Hey, Jen Gilchrist here with another weekly Oracle card reading for the week of July 24th through 30th. And the intention is to really help you get a message to align with your higher path and purpose and to really navigate this week's energy. Sometimes we get next steps, we get different things that you can do or things to recognize and avoid pitfalls with. So let's start with the cards that we have today. I'm working with a Crystal Oracle card or Crystal Angels Oracle. And the first card is Calcite. It says busy times and multitasking. Take charge of your schedule during the busy time and honestly assess your underlying reason for being busy. So a couple of things here. Take a little bit of time to be connecting with, I'm just noticing the soul star chakra, right? Your higher self, your angels, your guides, just feel like they're illuminating here. Just making sure that you're really aligning with your higher calling, your higher path, like your higher, I feel like two things are coming up. One is some of you might be working on boundaries of your time and energy, giving away your time and energy to people who are not really aligned with where you're going and what you're creating on a larger level. And so this is just really, maybe about saying yes to you is saying no to other people, even our loved ones sometimes, right? Because oftentimes that will come up where we are putting, all of our time and energy outside of what our higher calling and desire is. And so this feels like it's really time to get very grounded, very clear, very focused on what it is you're here to do, who you came to be, and what it is that fills up your own love cup, what fills your joy, what fills your, your passion, your creativity. So there is a level of that. And I just feel like you're really being guided into that with that spiritual support team showing up as that rainbow halo and then your soul star chakra. So that feels really good. And then the other aspect is sometimes it says, honestly assess your underlying reason for being busy. So oftentimes as we step into our higher purpose and calling, fears and doubts will bubble beneath the surface and they can manifest like procrastination. They can manifest as overwhelm or just being busied. Sometimes there's a lot of levels of fear and doubt that will show up for us and start to bubble up for us as we begin to actually take a more committed claim, like staking our claim towards our purpose. Sometimes those fears and doubts will show up and they'll manifest in just procrastination, overwhelm, distraction, busyness, but we're really actually avoiding and dancing around what's really going on. And so this might be a call if you're finding yourself working, or maybe you're just working really hard, but kind of spinning in circles, not really making very much headway. This is a time to really focus inward and really be honest with yourself and be like, what is the underlying reason of this overwhelm? Or what is this busyness about? Or what fears lit up in my space right now about actually aligning with my higher path and purpose? It could be that you could be spinning in a little bit of things like that as well. Own your divine power, Sugar Light, which I love that Sugar Light stone. It's purplish color, and it says, own your divine power, replace codependent people pleasing, can't make it up, right? I don't look at these ahead of time, with assertiveness and empowerment. And now I'm kind of seeing the heart chakra, and again, kind of the third eye, and then angels as well, if I read on intuitively, and throat. Really, this whole alignment, this chakra area here, starts with your owning your power in your heart, right? So assertiveness, so it definitely feels like boundaries on time and energy, really staking your claim. What is it that you desire? What do you want to create? What is it you're dreaming? Focus, right? And put your attention and energy there. What you put in is what you're going to get out. But I feel like what you put in is actually going to come back tenfold if it's aligned with your higher path and purpose, right? And so get out of the head, get out of the why, get out of the how, not the why, the how, right? And just start taking the action that feels aligned to you, and definitely hold that space. It's kind of like you really have to protect that vision and that dream for yourself. And not everybody's going to understand it. Not everybody's going to move forward with you, and that's okay. And sometimes they'll just move forward with you in a different way, right? And sometimes they will fall away. But ultimately, your highest alignment is going to bring you joy and fulfillment, and it will also bring them joy and fulfillment in their own way. And so sometimes when it comes to this codependent people pleasing, we really have to, as we step out of that, the people around us may not always understand it, but ultimately it's for their highest alignment too. It's not actually kind to stay in something that is misaligned just to have them feel better, right? Or feel happy, because really it's keeping the codependency pattern or the energetic hoarding or the energetic enmeshment happening to the past or to something that's misaligned, which will ultimately pull us out of alignment, and then passive aggressiveness starts and all that. So this could be, I'm feeling like for a group reading like this, could be one person, a lot of people, family, work, clients, whatever, even energetically past relationships. It could be a lot of things, but ultimately it just feels like and as you do that, you're actually opening your heart chakra more, because it's kind of a self-worth space as well. And then it just really lines up with your heart, your throat, your crown chakra, your third eye, your crown chakra, right? It brings that alignment in so you can really kind of download and channel the information and the next steps that are going to align you with your higher path and purpose. The next card is Dolomite. It says, stay strong in your faith. A positive outcome is dependent on you keeping a positive mindset. So again, just keep yourself third eye, heart chakra, just keep yourself almost like in a state of gratitude, but also visioning forward, almost even in present time, like, oh, you know, I'm so, as you can even validate any little step forward, right? Sometimes it's like we have a big vision or mission or desire, it feels out of reach, it feels far away, it feels like, is it ever going to get here? That starts to slow the energy down even more and kind of leaves room for things to continue to make weight, kind of muck it up a bit. And so this is about just staying in your heart and your gratitude. It's just validating the steps that you're taking, the little successes, you know, celebrate your little successes along the way, even if it's the synchronicities from your angels and guides, right? Really use your vision, your clairvoyance, your manifesting abilities, your journaling, your meditation time to continue to like really hold that space and see yourself experiencing it, feel what it looks like, put yourself in the imagination of a day in the life of your highest path, your highest purpose, right? What does it look like when you wake up? What is your home like? What is your daily routine like? What is your family life like? What is your career like? Like really put yourself in the day of it's happening so you can anchor in that embodiment of that feeling. And that just starts to draw in that highest timeline to you and also the people, places, things, and environment that you need to make it happen. The Selkie and her skin, reclaiming your authenticity. So there is a level of vulnerability within this as well, which could be part of like this busy times. And also, you know, on this busy time card, it is also multitasking. So it might be just a time of like taking action, moving forward, real world action, you know what I mean? And if you don't have time for it, then, you know, the boundary thing we talked about. But part of the fear that could be maybe slowing things down there if you're feeling like you're not really getting very far or like on a hamster wheel. It says reclaiming your authenticity. So I just feel like there's a lot of vulnerability, right? It's like there's a little bit of fear sometimes about authentically expressing your truth. Will I be judged? Will I be misunderstood? Will I be accepted? Will I be loved? Will I be outcasted? Like there's a lot of inner fears around most of us that have this path of a light worker or starseed that, you know, we already have those wounds run deep. And so I feel like that could be some of the things, like if you're experiencing a little bit of a hiccup or a slowdown, and maybe just addressing that and just reclaim it by speaking your truth, right? Speaking, a lot of these energies were coming, like this one especially was like, I just see the throat chakra and that necklace and the heart, you know, speaking your truth, sharing your message, sharing your story, just one step at a time. I almost feel like looking up, like, what is the spirit animal of a seal? Like, sometimes there's spirit messages. This is the number 25 on the card, which can come down to 7 as well, if you like numbers. Doesn't have to, but I'm feeling like there's a lot of, like, again, I almost feel like nurture, like there's a level of self-care and nurture needed. So, you know, what is it that you need to make your body feel safe, your heart feels safe, your environment feels safe? I feel like there's a level of like nature spirits that could be really healing. Water could be really healing. The moon and the stars could be really healing. But surrounding yourself with like gentle energies as well, like surrounding yourself with people who do get you and understand you and can see your light and see who you truly are, you know, just making sure that you have that support. But I do kind of feel like the elemental and nature realm could be part of that as well. And if you feel like looking up, I don't know, I might look it up because I feel kind of called to check out like what is the energy spirit totem of a seal. There might be a message there for some of you as well. So that's what I have for you today. I'm going to go ahead and if I look at what is a support, I think the energetic mastery for business and life success, that's really good because for highly sensitive and empathic people to kind of work their energy, like not feel overwhelmed and like the effect of the world around them, right? So it's a free masterclass. So I'll send you the free masterclass. I'll put that in the description if you want it. You just sign up and then you get it emailed. But it gives you tips to help you as a highly sensitive, empathic, intuitive person to really go out and create the success without burning out kind of a thing, which feels like that could be part of like what might be a little overwhelming or where things, sometimes we're not so aware of what's actually happening, right? And so we just spin our wheels a little bit. And then the other one I think I'll put there is the Meet Your Spirit team. So if you want to meet your spirit team, if you haven't connected with your angels and guides, or you'd like to connect more fully, then there's a great free meditation there as well. So I'll put those into the description. You can check them out if you like. Otherwise, like, comment, subscribe, share with this video if you find it useful and helpful. And otherwise, I'll see you next week. Bye for now.